Welcome back to the channel. This is not a drill. This is not a rumor. This is the kind of news that stops everything in its tracks, grabs the entire NFL universe by the collar, and shakes it awake. We are witnessing one of the most jaw-dropping moments of the 2025 NFL offseason, a seismic shift in the power structure of professional football. The Dallas Cowboys, one of the most storied franchises in sports history, have just pulled off a blockbuster trade that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. Tyreek Hill, the six-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, Super Bowl champion, and one of the most electrifying playmakers the league has ever seen, is headed to Big D. That's right, Tyreek the Cheetah Hill, the man with rocket fuel in his cleats and a highlight reel that never ends, is now a Dallas Cowboy. This move isn't just shocking, it's historic. And it could be the very trade that changes everything, not just for Dallas, but for the entire NFL. When the news broke, it felt like a thunderclap. Late-night whispers turned into early-morning firestorms as reports spread like wildfire across social media and major networks. Within hours, confirmations flooded in from the league's top insiders. The Cowboys and Dolphins had reached a deal. Tyreek Hill would be packing his bags for Texas. The Cowboys, known for their boldness, had done it again, and this time they weren't just making noise, they were making a statement. This wasn't some off-season experiment or future-building project. This was a win-now, Super Bowl or bust type of move. And it came with a price tag to match. The financial commitment alone tells you everything you need to know about how serious Dallas is. The Cowboys are taking on the remaining 2 years of Hill's massive contract, a staggering $85 million, and reports say they've added more guaranteed money to sweeten the pot. This isn't a rental. This isn't a PR stunt. This is a calculated, high-risk, high-reward gamble aimed directly at bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas, a trophy that has eluded them for nearly 3 decades. Jerry Jones has never been one to shy away from the spotlight or the big move. But this is something else entirely. Let's take a moment to appreciate just who Tyreek Hill is. We're talking about a player who changes the geometry of the field the moment he steps on it. A player so fast, so explosive, that defenses are forced to game plan around him, week in and week out. Hill is lightning in human form, a threat to go the distance every time he touches the ball. Since entering the league, he has racked up over 10,000 receiving yards and averages more than 85 yards per game. He's a walking mismatch, a nightmare for defensive coordinators, and at 30 years old, he's showing no signs of slowing down. That's the guy Dallas just added to an already dangerous offense. So how did we get here? How did the Dolphins, a team that had built much of their recent offensive identity around Hill, come to the decision to part ways with one of their biggest stars? It's a story with layers. After being traded by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2022, Hill lit up the stat sheet in Miami. His chemistry with quarterback Tua Tagovailoa was immediate, and his impact was undeniable. But behind the scenes, things weren't as smooth. There were whispers about Hill's frustrations with Miami's shifting offensive philosophy, concerns about the long-term viability of the quarterback position, and most of all, a burning desire to finish his career competing for a championship. That desire aligned perfectly with Dallas. The Cowboys are a team that has lived in the shadow of past glory for far too long. A team that boasts talent year after year, but always seems to come up short when it matters most. The 2024 season was no different. Playoff disappointment followed regular season promise, and the fanbase was once again left asking, when will it be our time? Jerry Jones, ever the showman mastermind, clearly decided the time is now. With CeeDee Lamb blossoming into a top 5 receiver and Dak Prescott still at the helm, the Cowboys saw an opportunity, and they pounced. Just think about what this offense looks like now. On one side, you have CeeDee Lamb, precise, athletic, clutch. On the other, Tyreek Hill, pure chaos, pure speed, pure electricity. You can't double both. You can't press both. If you try to bracket one, the other will eat you alive. And then there's Jake Ferguson at tight end, a player who quietly took major steps forward last season, giving Dallas a reliable red zone threat and safety valve. Throw in a revamped run game, an offensive line that's among the league's best when healthy, and the leadership of Dak Prescott, and you've got the makings of a juggernaut. But this move isn't just about the XS and OS. This is about sending a message. The Cowboys are tired of being the NFL's most valuable franchise with nothing to show for it on the field. They're tired of playoff heartbreaks, tired of the memes, tired of the doubts. Adding Tyreek Hill isn't just about adding talent, it's about reshaping the culture. It's about showing the locker room, the fan base, and the league that this team is all in. Super Bowl or bust. No more excuses. Let's talk about the cost. According to sources close to the negotiations, the Cowboys sent a 2025 first-round draft pick to Miami, along with a package of mid-round selections. The deal also includes a swap of a future second-round pick and a conditional fourth-rounder that could escalate based on Hill's performance and availability. It's a lot, no question. Dallas is giving up significant draft capital. But what they're gaining is a proven superstar in the prime of his career. This is classic Jerry Jones mortgaging the future for a chance to win big now. And with the pieces already in place, that gamble could pay off in spectacular fashion. Imagine what opposing defenses are going to face. You can't stack the box with Hill on the field. You can't leave your corners on an island. His mere presence stretches the field vertically in a way that very few players can. That opens up everything underneath: screens, slants, draws, and seam routes. His speed forces safeties deep, which gives running backs more room to operate and tight ends more favorable matchups. He doesn't just catch passes, he warps defenses. He creates chaos. And that chaos is exactly what Dallas has been missing in recent years. Of course, big moves like this always come with big questions. How will Hill fit into the Cowboys' locker room culture? Can he stay healthy through another grueling NFL season? Will the egos clash, or will this group come together with a shared mission? Well, early signs are promising. Reports say Hill has already had conversations with key leaders on the team: Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb. And the vibe? Extremely positive. Hill is reportedly fired up to join the Cowboys, eager to contribute, and ready to work. He's expected to report to off-season training immediately, and has already begun reviewing the Cowboys' playbook with offensive coaches. That's commitment. Then there's the social media factor. When Hill dropped a post shortly after the trade, "Texas, what's good? Let's go get this ring," the internet exploded. Millions of impressions in minutes. Fans flooded timelines with excitement, predictions, even championship talk. Hill jerseys and Cowboys colors skyrocketed into the top 5 in NFL pre-orders overnight. The hype is real. The buzz is deafening. And it's only just beginning. Financially, this is a major swing. The Cowboys are on the hook for $85 million over the next 2 years, including a base salary of $20 million in 2025 and a potentially brutal $45 million cap hit in 2026. But the front office has a plan. Sources say Dallas will look to restructure Hill's deal, likely adding voidable years and bonus mechanisms to spread out the cap burden. It's the kind of financial maneuvering we've seen before, and when you're in a championship window, it's the cost of doing business. Let's not forget the national reaction. This isn't just another trade, it's the kind of move that dominates sports talk for weeks. ESPN, Fox Sports, NFL Network, everyone is talking about it. Stephen A. Smith went viral with his reaction, calling it the move that could finally get the Cowboys over the hump. Colin Cowherd called it a masterstroke. And Skip Bayless? The longtime Cowboys superfan nearly fell out of his chair on live television when the news broke. This is a headline-grabbing, era-defining, landscape-shifting kind of trade. And it's all anyone is talking about. But as with all things Cowboys, the stakes are sky high. The pressure is on. This isn't just about Tyreek Hill. This is about what comes next. Expectations have never been higher. Mike McCarthy, already facing scrutiny, now has a loaded roster. He's got the weapons. He's got the quarterback. He's got the backing of the front office. If the Cowboys don't at least reach the NFC Championship game this year, the consequences could be swift and severe. Jobs could be on the line. Legacies could be redefined. Because when you make a move like this, you're not just trying to win, you're demanding it. Hill's arrival in Dallas marks the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that could finally deliver the glory Cowboys fans have been craving for decades. This isn't just a football move. It's a cultural moment. An inflection point. Tyreek Hill in a Dallas Cowboys uniform. That sentence alone is going to be replayed, analyzed, and celebrated for years to come. And what happens next? That's the story we're all about to witness together. Let's get the conversation started in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like this video.